Hi friends, how are you? Myself Prithviraj and welcome you all to my channel CHSC Accounting Classes by Prithviraj. So the topic we are going to discuss today is a new chapter. As you can see in the board, it is written final accounts with adjustment. In the previous 4 to 5 videos, we have read about the final accounts without adjustment. Final accounts of the sole trader without adjustment. But from today we are going to start the new chapter, that is final account with adjustment. So this class is referred to the CHSC students plus to second year students. So the chapter name is final accounts with adjustment. We have read in our previous video also the introductory part of the first chapter, that is final accounts of a sole trader. That what is final account? Final account means that the account which are prepared at each and every end of an accounting period. At the end of each and every accounting period. So the account which is prepared at the end of an accounting period, each and every accounting period. At the end of each and every accounting period, it is called final account. So we have a short memory about it, about that word final accounts. So now comes towards the next line, that is with adjustment. So in the previous video, in the previous classes, we have read that without adjustment transaction we have solved with a practical example also. But what is with adjustment? With adjustment means something which is given below the main transactions, something which is given below the trial balance. In our first chapter we have some examples also. The examples contains the transaction which are inside the trial balance. So the transactions are inside the trial balance. All the transactions are inside the trial balance except the closing stock. So the closing stock at the end of an accounting period is always shown on the outside. If it is shown in the inside, then what the entry will happen, we have already understood it. And what will the entry happen if it is present below the trial balance. So in the first chapter we have read that the transactions are present within the trial balance. So without adjustment means the transactions which are within the trial balance, and we have solved also it, and we have also solved it. So in this chapter we gonna to know about that what are the adjustments. There are many adjustments. There are some 14 to 15 or many more adjustments which are in this chapter, which you have to understood to complete, to solve the illustrations or examples of this chapter. So the transactions, so the adjustment, you might think that where is the adjustment have to be written. In the previous video, in the previous chapter, we have read that transactions are written inside the trial balance, and the chapter name is without adjustment. But this chapter name is with adjustment. So the adjustments are to be written in the below. So the adjustments are written below the trial balance or outside the trial balance. So the transactions which are recorded outside the trial balance are called adjustment. So the meaning of adjustment is what? The transactions, all the transactions, those transactions which are written below or outside the trial balance, which are written below or outside the trial balance is called adjustment. So the adjustment is what? The adjustments are the transactions. Adjustments are the transactions which are recorded below the trial balance, below or outside the trial balance, in order to make an entry in the final accounts. In order to make an entry in the final accounts. So we have read the final accounts, so which are prepared at the end of an accounting period, and the final accounts on the financial statement is of two types. What are the types? Income statement and positional statement. Income statement consists of trading account and profit and loss account, and the positional statement consists of balance sheet. So we have read all these things. So that these adjustments have to be taken place in that part. These adjustments have to be placed on that trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. So we have to read, we have to understand this adjustment, which is very necessary to make a illustration or to make an exercise or to put a question from your books. So we have get the conceptual clarity about what is adjustment with final account. So final account with adjustment, we have known what is it. Now let us move to know some adjustments. So in this video I will discuss two adjustments. 2 or 3 adjustments I have to discuss in this video. So you have to practice on a regular basis of this adjustment. What I have taught in the previous classes, or all the classes I have make a playlist. You have to be understand and learn from that chapters also to make a conceptual clarity and to solve your problems. So if you have not completed yet, then please go to my channel and watch and this videos and complete yourself from your side. I have dedicated myself, I have completed chapters from my side, but there is a pending part from your side that you have to complete that chapters from your side also. From your side also, you have not completed yet. If you have not completed it, then go to a video and see it and practice from yourself. So let us move to know what is final account with adjustment. So the first adjustment that we are going to talk is outstanding expenses. So the first adjustment is outstanding expenses. So the first adjustment that we are going to discuss in this second chapter is outstanding expenses. So what is outstanding expenses? So know the meaning. Please note down in your copy, because I am not going to write in the board and make the time waste. So please write in your copy. So outstanding expenses. What is the expenses? Expenses means which nature, which expenses are recorded in which account. Expenses are the nature of nominal account, and nominal account golden rules what? Debit all expenses losses, and credit all income gain. So it is of nominal nature. Expense. Expense is a nominal nature account. So the nature of this expense is nominal nature. But if we talk about only the expense, then it is a nominal account. Then it goes to the nominal account. But if it is here added that outstanding. So a word is preceding. So a prefix word is added in the expenses. That is outstanding expenses. So if outstanding expenses is written, then we refer to that representative personal account. So it refers to the representative personal account. If only expenses is written, then it refers to nominal account. But the prefix word is already written with this, that is outstanding. So outstanding expenses means it refers to representative personal account. Means a group of people, it represents a group of persons. Personal means persons, representative means represents this account. So the representing personal account represents a group of people. You have already read in your class 11 that the types of accounts and the natures and different types of accounts, and the golden rule also. So that thing I am remembering you through this. So expenses which are due but are not yet paid means जो expenses गुड़ाक टाइम हो जाइए दबा कथा आम देने करंट अकाउंटिंग पीरियड ता टाइम हो जाइए बट आम से देने आम से एक्सपेंसेस बहुत गुड़ा जाऊे ताले से जो एक्सपेंसेसटा आम इनक्योर्ड हो एक्सपेंसेसटा आमर ड्यू हो माने एक्सपेंसेस आमटा अकर हो बट आम से पैसा से एक्सपेंसेस पे हम पैसाटा देने से एक्सपेंसेस पे पैसाटा देने बिजनेस पे से पैसाटा जाइने ताले ताकू रिफर कहते आउटस्टैंडिंग एक्सपेंसेस. So outstanding expenses is the expenses which are due but not yet paid, which are due in the current accounting period. So outstanding expenses is a current period expense, but it is not paid in the current accounting period, but it is paid in the next accounting period. So outstanding expenses. So we get to know what is the term outstanding expenses mean. Let us move to know the entry, journal entry to this. So expenses account debited to outstanding expenses account. There is a lot of concept which are kept with these two lines, with this entry, with this journal entry. एतर बहुत सारा कॉन्सेप्ट अछि जोटा कि तम मान पे जानिबा दरकार. एतर बहुत सारा कॉन्सेप्ट ई जर्नल एंट्री तम भाई बहुत कॉन्सेप्ट अछि. सो एक्सपेंसेस मींस व्हाट? एक्सपेंसेस refers to nominal account. Nominal account golden rule is debit all expenses losses. debit. So it is debited. Expenses account is debited. Means it is a nominal ledger account. Then outstanding expenses, why it is credited? Outstanding expenses means it represents the representative personal account. But why it is credited? Outstanding expenses account is credited because it is a liability. It is a liability for the current accounting period. Current accounting period. When the amount is paid relating to this outstanding expenses, it becomes the expenses. It becomes the actual expenses. But to the current accounting period, it is outstanding expenses. এই বর্ষ ପାଇଁ এই কারেন্ট আকাউন্টিং পিরিয়ড ପାଇଁ এটা আউটস্ট্যান্ডিং এক্সপেন্সেস ହେଲା କାହିଁକି ଆମେ ପଇସାଟା ପେ କରିନେ जो एक्सपेंसेसटा ड्यू करी जे इनक्लूड घटना घटी जे मात्र आमे सेटा पे पैसा देइने सेटा आमे जते बड़ पैसा दबा आउटस्टैंडिंग एक्सपेंसेस को माने एक्सपेंसेस से कन्वर्ट हो जिवो आउटस्टैंडिंग एक्सपेंसेस से कन्वर्ट हो जिवो सो आउटस्टैंडिंग एक्सपेंसेस एई समय रे कहला गोटे लायबिलिटी सो for this accounting period outstanding expenses is referred to as a liability and it is recorded on the liability side of the balance sheet. It is recorded on the liability side of a balance sheet as current liability. So outstanding expenses here referred to as a liability. Expenses is debited because expenses are incurred, so it is debited as per its nature. But outstanding expenses, as it is the liability for the current accounting period, as it is due, but the amount of such expenses is not paid, so it is referred as outstanding expenses, and outstanding expenses is treated as a liability. So liability means what? Liability means credit. Liability means liability increases credit, liability decreases debit. So liability when increases it credit. So it is termed as a so the outstanding expenses is called a liability and is recorded as a on the liability side as a current liability, and it is a liability for the current accounting period only. It is a liability for the current accounting period, not for the other accounting period, but it is only for the current accounting period. Though this liability is only for the current accounting period, but in the next accounting period when the payment relating to this expenses is done, then this outstanding expenses is transferred into original expenses. And expenses and outstanding expenses are to be treated in where? So first entry, then the treatment of this outstanding expenses is done first. If the expenses are many times, or examples such as salary, wages, etc. So wages is a direct expense, and it is recorded on the trading account debit side. If at the wages the outstanding expenses occur or outstanding wages occur, then it is to be recorded on the trading account. On the trading account debit side, outstanding expenses means what? The current year incurred, current year expenses which is not paid, but it is relating to the current year. Why it is to be recorded? In the trading account or profit loss account. Why outstanding expenses is recorded? Because we know that accounting is recorded on accrual basis, not on cash basis. Both only the current accounting period items are to be recorded, whether it is paid in cash or not paid, whether it is received in cash or not received, all have to be recorded or relating to the current accounting period. So the outstanding expenses is what? This is current accounting period expense. So it is to be recorded. And how it is to be recorded? Wages. Suppose the direct wages amount is 43,000, and this outstanding direct wages is 2,000. So how it is to be recorded? So that the amount that is recorded in this direct wages is 43,000. That is actually paid to as wages. That is actually paid by business as wages. So it is recorded as 43,000 as under the head direct wages, and is recorded on the trading account debit side. But outstanding expenses, it is to be paid, but the wages is incurred in this current accounting period, so it is also to be recorded. So it is to be also to be recorded by how? On the trading account, where the direct wages is recorded by adding where the direct expense is recorded, this outstanding wages is added to that. So this outstanding wages is added to that. Why it is added? Why? this outstanding expenses, outstanding wages is added because it is relating to the current accounting period expense. It is relating to the current accounting period expense. So it is to be added. So it is to be added with that direct wages. If we take the examples of salary, salary are recorded on which? Salary are recorded in profit and loss account. On which side? Debit side. So if salary amount is for 23,000, salary amount is 23,000, and this outstanding salary is 7,000. Outstanding salary consists of 7,000. So the salary which is recorded as 23,000 is already paid. It is related to the current accounting period and it is already paid. But this outstanding salary is relating to this current accounting period. It is included in this current accounting period, but it is not paid during the current accounting period. It is to be paid in the next accounting period. So this 7,000 will also be recorded in the profit and loss account debit side, because accounting is recorded on accrual basis, not on cash basis. So it is to be recorded on the debit side, and by adding it to is that salary. So the salary is 23,000 and the outstanding salary is also added to it. So 23 plus 7 equal to 30,000. So total amount is 30,000. So that 30,000 is the current accounting period expenses related to this salary, and it's recorded on the debit side of profit and loss account. Not only 23,000 but also the 7,000 is also related to the current accounting expenses. Current accounting expenses under the head salary. So it is also to be recorded. So if it is relating to the direct expenses, so it is recorded in the trading account debit side, trading account debit side. If it is related to the indirect expenses, so it is to be recorded in profit and loss account debit side, profit and loss account debit side, by adding with that respective expenses, by adding into it the respective expenses. Why it is added, I have already told you. So after that, if it is direct nature, so it is recorded in trading. If it is indirect nature, so it is recorded in profit and loss account, and at last it is to be recorded, the outstanding expenses is to be recorded, outstanding liability, outstanding expenses, outstanding wages or outstanding salary are to be recorded on the liability side as a current liability. So it is to be recorded as a current liability, and the expenses is added with it. So expenses is recorded, but only the outstanding expenses is to be added to it. Outstanding expenses is added with that particular expenses. If salary, then only outstanding salary is to be added with that salary. Not if salary is given, no outstanding wages is added. No, it is not clear. So only with such expenses, if salary is given and outstanding salary is given, then add salary with outstanding salary, not wages with outstanding salary, not salary with outstanding wages. Only relating to the appropriate or particular expenses. So the particular expenses, only with the particular expenses. So this outstanding expenses is added with that particular expenses only. Why it is added? Because it is the current year profit, current year expense. So we have already gone through the first adjustment, that is outstanding expenses. So please remember that the adjustment, those transactions which are given in the adjustment are to be recorded twice. In the financial statement. They are to be recorded twice in the financial statement, either in a trading or profit, or profit, either in trading and profit loss account, or profit loss account or balance sheet, or trading account or balance sheet, or both in balance sheet. So it has to be recorded twice in the final account or financial statement. We have already gone through the outstanding expenses. So today, due to the time constraints, I don't want to make a long video about this adjustment. So today we will discuss what is final account, which adjustment, and where the adjustment are to be seen, and from where the adjustment are to be plugged to the final accounts. So first, so the one adjustment we have already done with clear concept clarity video. I will as I told today that we will make 2 to 3 adjustment today, but due to time constraints I am unable to make this video, unable to make the other adjustment. So please, so I will make 2 to 3 adjustments in the next video. So I will be make other adjustment in the next video also. So the adjustment are to be going on the way, and you have also to watch the video till the end to know to complete your conceptual clarity. So, and you can also by watching the video, you have also to practice from your own side, from your side. I have always giving from my side, but you have also to perform from your side also. So after watching the video, after watching every video, then you have to complete from your book also. Take a quick reading from your book also, so that it will be locked in your mind also. So and watch the previous video also. If you have your any backlog, then watch the previous video also. And after that, and do like, share, subscribe the channel. If you are not like, share, subscribe the channel, and join the Telegram channel where I have always giving MCQ type questions, so that you can solve the questions and make your concept clear. So thank you very much.